The 1986 Formula One World Championship, the Grand Prix circus has come to Belgium and the Spa circuit in the east of the country near the German border, set in beautiful, hilly forest country. Only 25 cars on the grid this time. Sadly missing from the grid is the late Elio De Angelis, the Brabham driver who was killed in a testing accident last week at the French circuit of Paul Ricard. In pole position on the grid, this time it's Williams Honda driver Nelson Piquet, and a surprise alongside him, Gerhard Berger in the Benetton BMW, who was fastest of all in Friday's qualifying. Alain Prost is third quickest in practice. Ayrton Senna is only fourth. Nigel Mansell is on the fifth row in his Williams Honda, with Theo Fabi in the other Benetton BMW, underlining the competitiveness of this car by being sixth fastest in practice. René Arnoux is seventh for Ligier. Keke Rosberg eighth for McLaren. The Ferraris have modified turbochargers this week and are going better, with Alboreto 9th and Johansson 11th on the grid. Immediately after the start, there is an accident. There's a sharp hairpin on this track that the cars have to go straight into immediately they leave the starting grid. Piquet gets away first, Prost is on the inside, and Senna goes round the outside of Berger and nudges him into Prost. The rest of the field have to come to a complete halt to avoid Berger and Prost, who are sideways across the road. Piquet has gone into the lead. Senna is in second place. Third is Mansell, and Stefan Johansson has got straight up into fourth place, helped by the confusion on that first corner. Keke Rosberg has been delayed but is now going strongly. Alain Prost, however, has been badly delayed and his front bodywork is damaged. Berger too has been delayed. Number 2 is Rosberg. There's Berger, number 20. And there's Prost with his damaged front bodywork. We see it again. Prost and Berger have tangled. The rest of the field have to stop completely. But Piquet and Senna have got away. Piquet now has a very big lead at the end of the first lap. Senna is in an equally comfortable second place. Mansell is third, Johansson fourth, Johnny Dumfries is fifth. Sixth is Lafitte, seventh Alan Jones, eighth Thierry Boutsen. Berger and Prost both come into the pits for repairs at the end of that first lap. Meanwhile, Piquet continues to build up a big lead. Mansell goes through into second place ahead of Ayrton Senna. So now it's Williams Honda's first and second. But Mansell spins coming out of the chicane. Senna goes through into second, Johansson goes through into third, before Mansell recovers and drives off in a plume of rubber smoke. So it's Senna second, Johansson third. And Mansell has quite a way to make up. Dumfries and Alboreto lead the rest of the pursuit. But Keke Rosberg drives off the track to retire with the back of his McLaren tag smoking and a trail of oil, and confident. Senna is second, and Mansell gets back into third place by outbraking Stefan Johansson for the Ayrton Senna is second for Lotus Renault. Michele Alboreto and... In fact, the Ferrari team prepare a slow signal to tell Stefan Johansson to stay behind Alboreto. And Alboreto is trying so hard he locks up his tyres coming into the hairpin. Even so, before the end of the race, Johansson has passed him for third. So Nigel Mansell is able to ease off on his final lap because Ayrton Senna, worried about his fuel consumption, has eased right off and is now running almost a quarter of a minute behind the leading Williams Honda. Lafitte in his Ligier And into the pits on 3 wheels on this last lap comes the arrows of the Swiss driver Marc Surer. He's lost a wheel just as he's coming into the pits. They replace the wheel, but in the end he isn't allowed to leave the crowded pit lane. Having stalled the car and restarted it, the pit lane has been closed off. So Nigel Mansell is able to cruise home to a comfortable win, although at the end his car has almost completely run out of petrol. That's Philip Streff, some laps behind, following him home in the Tyrrell. Second goes to Ayrton Senna in the Lotus. And the Ferraris come home in 3rd and 4th places, with Stefan Johansson crossing the line ahead of Michele Alboreto. Lafitte Ligier is 5th, and Alain Prost takes 6th place despite that delayed start, earning 1 championship point. Considering he lost almost a complete lap at the beginning of the race, this has been almost as impressive a drive from Prost as his win in Monte Carlo 2 weeks ago. Here's second man Ayrton Senna on the rostrum, Nigel Mansell in the middle and Stefan Johansson on the right, all enjoying the traditional spraying of champagne. It's been Mansell's first yet win of the year, and it's moved him into 3rd place in the World Championship table. But Ayrton Senna has gone back in the lead by 2 points ahead of Alain Prost, and Nelson Piquet moves down to 4th. In the Constructors' Championship, it's very close. Williams Honda are now only 1 point behind McLaren, with Lotus Renault in 3rd place.